Hi guys, DJ Lawson here. Today I have a friend with me, Joe Harvey, who wants to learn how to make dubstep music. So I'm making a tutorial on how to make a simple dubstep beat with a basic wobble from Massive, with samples from Vengeance Essential Dubstep. If you already have presets and samples, then you can just use them and follow the instructions. If not, the samples and patches will be available for download in the description link below the video. So, as you can see on my screen here, I have FL Studio open, so just close it and then open it back up for you guys. So, as when it opens on my screen, you've got your pattern board, your playlist pattern board, your piano roll, your sidebar where all your samples and everything are, and then your mixer where you can assign all your samples to. But we'll start off very basic on how to make a basic dubstep beat. With me, because I already have samples, I've saved them onto an external hard drive, and they are in my patches and things for FL Studio. I'm gonna simply start off by getting some drums together. So let's get some kicks. So just gonna have a look for a decent kick. Sounds good enough to me. I'm just going to slow my latency down a little bit so that it's actually on time when I'm clicking it. It's a bit delayed. Okay, so I've got a basic kick. Then we'll get a simple. Let's get an open hat and a closed hat. Something as basic as that, and then an open hat. Then you get a snare that you like. Again, I've got so much stuff on here, I have no idea where everything is. Here we go, snares. That's a nice snare, right? Okay. So basic drum loop is to basically go to your piano roll and set it on this line here. We can see the halfway line. Doing this 4 times, so that if you're producing dubstep, it's produced at 140. So always have your BPM on 140. And then, like I say, your snares always go in between the middle line, so it's like center of each. So it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 9th, then you have your two blocks. Have that 4 times, so that you can have a little repetitive pattern of your snares just like this. That's pretty simple, as I've already said. Then what you can do is you can then go moving on to your closed hat or your open hat. So it's your choice, and you just basically mash up the hi-hats so that you're getting a different sound. So everything is different. Each time you're adding sounds to it. And if it doesn't sound right, you just play around with it, make it sound like it's your own, make it sound unique, and it'll all come to you slowly. So this might not sound right. It might, you know, you never know. You just see what it sounds like with your hi-hats and your snares in. So playing it back, and you get. So that's basically what it's like with your closed hat and your snare together. Um, then you can move on to the kick, which is again, I when I'm producing, I always use my piano roll. I never actually use these bars at the top here, these little boxes. Never use them. So if you guys prefer using them, then it's your choice really. But I always use the piano roll to produce my tracks, and that is pretty too loud for a kick. So I'm just going to go ahead, click on my mixer tab at the top here, right click on insert one, and insert the kick to this insert one, and just turn it down a little as it's a little bit too loud. You can do the same actually at the same time with the kick. So if you see the little green light here where I can see the closed hat, if you actually go to your mixer again and right click on insert 2 and click insert to this track and turn it down a little bit, and then the same for your snare. If you get the green light on the snare, right click on insert 3, insert to this track, just so you can test the levels out, get everything at the right levels. So back to the kick, you can again make the kick feel like it's your own, make it your own style, make it sound as good as you want, as bad as you want. You know, there's no one going to take any offence for your kicks being where they want, as long as they sound right. Obviously, you know, for a dubstep track, then that's all it's about. So basically, I'm just going to lay out some simple drums for a dubstep track, and just play it back and see if it works. So I'm just inserting them on the first of each bar. As you can see where the pen is above, it's on the first of each there, and then where the snare is on the other one, it's just before on the first and the third line, as you can see where the pen is, and then 2 before on the on the second and the fourth one, and then you can just add your last couple in at the end. So that itself, with the hi-hats, the kick and the snare, your drums sound a little like this. So now you've basically got the drums. You can add in your open hat as well. Again, you just basically add them in random places and see what they sound like. If they don't sound right, move them into another place. Like here, I'll just play around and see what they sound like and delete them if they don't sound right. It's always good to experiment with dubstep. You know, on what type of sound you can make with the drums. Like, it's always good to fill up the percussion and to use as much percussion as you can in the track, just to fill out those empty gaps that the track may have. So playing this back now with the open hi-hat, it might not sound right, but we'll give it a try and see what it sounds like with the open hi-hat as well. So let's go ahead and add the open hi-hat. Right click, insert to this track, turn it down a bit, and play it back and see what it sounds like. So again, that doesn't sound right there, so you can move these around and see what they sound like. Like, just mash it up really. So So again, just play around with the sounds and see where you get up to. It's all about, like I've said before, experimenting with the sound. So now trying this, once you've had a little play around with it, you can get, if anything sounds a little too loud, you can turn it down, you know, in your mixer, or if it sounds too quiet, you can turn it up. It's all about your basic mastering as well, especially if you're just starting out on dubstep. So now we've basically got the basic drum loops for the track. So all you need to do is, if you've got Fruity Loops 10 and you're using FL10, most, if you've just installed it, will not have this pattern bar. You will just have this. So if you guys actually want this here, I think you go to something like, I think it is around the advanced in general, and it'll come up with something to do with the pattern legacy or something like that. If you just YouTube it, how to get pattern bar on FL Studio 10, and it will come up, because I'm not 100% sure, but I always use my pattern bar for my drums, my wobbles, and then I always use the top half for my wave files, my acapellas, explodes, uprising. But for this occasion, I will, you know, I'll use both, and I'll show you the difference. Alright. In pattern 1 here, as you can see, what I've done is I've just literally right click there, start again, like just click on your button and just drag it along 4 times, just so you can get a loop of 4 bars. Just simply go to the next to the play button, click on your song, and press, space bar, or you can press play. Either way, it'll play. So now, if you just press play or space bar, you get this. And that's basically your 4 bars worth of drums that you've just made. Now what you can do is open a new pattern, go to the pattern bar at the top, go to a new pattern. So you can see on the bottom now we have pattern 2 highlighted. Now what you can do is, if you guys don't have anything like Massive, there is software out there which is very similar to Massive, or if you guys have got Massive, as I've said previously, I will put up some Massive presets for you guys to have. Like, there's a lot of things that I use that are already within Massive. There's plenty of packs for people on the internet, you just got to search for them. Basically, I'm just going to have a look for a quick preset so I can show you guys what type of dubstep you guys can make just by messing around. I'm going to look. So just going to have a quick listen to some of the sounds and just see if whatever sounds decent we'll use. It's a little too loud. I'm just going to add that into the mixer and turn it down quite a lot. So that's just a basic sound, which I'm just going to use that for this. Again, I'm going on my piano roll, and all you have to do is, like, you can mess around with it to cut it up. So again, you go on your pattern, back onto your pattern. You can do very simple wobbles, just like you can see, four long strips of different keys. So you could have just like this. I'll show you an example. You could have that in, and then you can put that into the drums, which will sound like this. Again, you just copy them onto the bottom of the pattern board. Just go to song again and just hit play, and then this is what it sounds like with the drums. What you can do as well, if you double click on it, it'll come back up. You can mash it up, and you can make it your own style. So you can make some notes longer by just stretching them and making them smaller. Like putting, just as it is with your kicks really, and your hi-hats, and just putting them wherever you feel they think they'll sound good. You've got to experiment and try things to see if they work. So it'd be like you could just add lots of different sounds. So you can cut them up, make them smaller, just like I'm doing here. And then you can only try things out. Like here, this is what this sounds like, the pattern on its own. And then like you can just play around with the patches and see what you can get from it. But this is what they both sound like together. Once you add them together, the drums and the wobble, you basically get this. So that's pretty much just a basic, simple, drum loop. Your kicks, your hi-hats, your closed and opened hi-hats, and a snare, and then a very basic wobble, taken from a massive preset. I have got a lot of presets, so if you guys would like any presets, I will give you a sample pack, but there will be a lot going up on my website, which I'm going to post a link for. So if you guys like any more, if you just sign up to the website, it's free for my website. You can get sample packs from there, get acapellas, you can upload your own music, you can download music, upload videos, music, photos. It's like Facebook. You can chat to people. There's a lot of work you can do with it. So go ahead, guys. If you want to check it out, then that's fine by me. If not, it's fine again. But I will be doing more tutorials. That was just a very basic tutorial. So that's going to be it from me, guys, so for today. So thanks for watching, guys. Please comment, rate and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and sign up for my new website, which again I've already said is going to be in the description too. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching.